everybody, Cindy A. Lewis here, and it is what day are we on? Day 6 of 100 Days of Junk Journal Page Layouts, and I hope that you are thoroughly enjoying it. The puppies are back here behind me, and I'm going to post a picture here of what I deal with when I'm trying to craft. So today is day 6, like I said, and so you have a few more days to get the printable at the discounted launch price of 20% off on my Ko-Fi site. It is a digital printable. It has diagrams in the back. It's a really nice booklet as a reference tool for you. And I hope that you can join us every day creating page layouts. So today we're on the pocket with a flip element for our page, and it is going to be a really fun one. I have a little bit of instructions of what I exactly used as opposed to what is in the supply list here, because this is more general, just to guide you, but I know some of you ask exactly what I'm using, and so this one has a little bit more matting and layering, so I wanted to show you that. So please go visit Creating with Jovi. She is joining me for this 100 days, as some of you are, so I'm really excited that you are joining me for this. So this is going to be our base. Just pretend that this is our base page. And so I have cut out a piece to cover that, but we're not going to adhere it yet because we're going to assemble the flip first. So we need to assemble the flip and then we can embellish it later, but we need to assemble the flip first because it connects to that piece that we're going to put on top of our page. So here are my cutouts of what I did, so you can take a screenshot of that if you want to. So I have my journaling page, it's just 5x7. Then I cut a piece of white cardstock 5x7 to go on top of my journaling page. 2 5x2 base pieces, so that is this piece, and then a 2.5 5x5 scored at 1/2. Okay, and then I have my decorative papers 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. So I have 3 of those. For the flip, I have my white cardstock, which is 5x7, so you'll need 2 of those. Then to mat, I'm using the craft brown cardstock instead of the green, because the green is everywhere else. And then I'm using a piece from my Wren and Pip Gathered Treasures kit. It's not quite out yet, but I'm giving you these little teases, and so we're going to use that. The craft cardstock, again, is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, so I want to make sure I give you those. And then this decorative piece is cut 4.5 by 6.5. Okay. Then for embellishments, I'm using a cutout of Wren and Pip, some cheesecloth, some flowers, some wording, a button, bow, and then I have, for behind my flip, a note page of coffee dyed paper, and we're going to stamp notes on there with my clickable stamp set. I forgot I even had it, and so we're going to use that. Matter of fact, I saw it on Michael's recently on sale, so if you're interested in those, they're pretty cool. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. As I said, we're going to build our flip first because we have to attach it to the base. All right, so we're going to build this first. So the flip is going to be adhered, and we're not going to make this the pocket. The actual whole unit will be a pocket that adheres to the page. So we're cut everything 1/4 inch smaller to mat and layer, and that gives us this nice little framing here. Then on all the decorative paper, I did go around the edges and vintagize or add ink. So just so you know, I only did that on the decorative papers, not on the base papers or the matte and layer pieces. Okay, So then again, this is 1/4 of an inch smaller. So we're just going to put that in place a little bit more maybe. This was already cut, so I just am using what I have, crafting with my stash. All right, so this is the base of our flip. Now we're going to take and adhere it to this white piece, okay? And we're going to adhere it with this base that is scored at 1/2 inch. So we're going to go ahead and glue on the outside of that. And we're going to put this on top here and glue it down to the white. All right, so then we're going to glue this part. I don't want to glue on there. Make sure you've got your top if it has a top. I am known to glue things upside down. Okay, so we've got that. This decorative piece is going to go right here. So we're going to glue that down. Okay, like this. Now on the inside, we're going to cover that up and glue this down first, and then we'll glue the other decorative piece for this one. Okay, so we'll glue it right there. We want to make sure we're up to the fold but not covering it. Okay, then we're going to glue the decorative paper on here, giving us our little mat and layer there. Then for our bottom, we're going to glue this on here at the bottom. And this is our base. Okay. And then our last decorative smaller page paper, like that. Okay. And so we've covered up where our fold was. So this is going to go onto our base page. Now this is my base page. So I'm going to make it a pocket for like a bookmark or something like that. So we're going to take our whole thing, we're making it the full page size. Okay, and it's going to open like that, and then we do have the little pocket here. Let's see if I can show you. It is a pocket right there. Ooh, there we go. So that's our pocket. I'll just leave that hanging out so you don't forget it's a pocket. All right, to embellish, let's go ahead and glue our notes on the inside, and our notes are going to be like this. Okay, so they're going to go over those a little bit. And the clickable stamps are alphabetical stamps that you can click apart and form your words, and then you can click them together, and they just help you to space letters if you have trouble with that. Maybe you don't, but sometimes I do, getting them to line up how I want them to. Now for this particular one, I'm not wanting it to be like this perfect stamp, so just warning you ahead of time for my notes. I'm just going to put it on like this. And look how cute that is. See, that is so cute. And then to store them, they just come in this little plastic thing, and it's fine. I'm going to wipe those off. I didn't get very much ink on them at all. But they have the letter on top, and then they have your stamp on the bottom. So it goes like this. And you get them all put back together. They just store in this little case. You could put them in something else, I imagine. But it is by Recollections, and really, really cute. Somebody asked me about these, and I had forgotten about them in one of my old videos. So the measurement for the actual letters measures to be about 1/4 of an inch tall, and the letter itself is a little less than that. So anyway, there you go. And really, really cute way to stamp onto things. And I love you. They have different alphabets. So, all right. So I'm going to glue this down all the way because we want to be able to write on it. We don't want it catching on anything and or falling out. And so we're just going to glue it over those two like that. Those two decorative edges. Okay. So it looks really nice. And it's something that Ren would be taking notes on of things that she found, her gathered treasures. So I'm putting some cheesecloth, putting Ren and Pip reading or seeing what they documented, what they found that day. And then I've got a bow to go up here, a little bow right there. And then I've got a couple of flowers, just some little flowers. We'll just put one there. And we can put one up here. And then I have Let It Be Simple, which I really love. And I'm trying to decide if I want it up here at the top or at the bottom. I think I'll just put it right there. Let it be simple. And then I was going to put a button, but I don't think it really needs it. I think it looks real pretty. Let it be simple. So this is your flip for your pocket. This pocket right here, and that would sit inside your journal. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, here are the measurements if you want to grab a screenshot of that. The clickable clickable stamps are available at Michael's. I know that for a fact. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you go check out Creating with Jovi's really fun video and her version of the pocket with the flip element page. And again, have a good day. Bye-bye.